Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it, I love it.
The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Throwing right away. Packer pressure, and down he goes. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Miles Sanders' first carry of the game. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown from 3 yards out. And the Eagles will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 26. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Avonte Maddox. The 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Tackle made back at his own 3-yard line. Hey, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers throwing left side, and Watson has it. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps. He's an impact guy here in year one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
65 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Rodgers going to throw.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. To throw is Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, Rodgers.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagle 17-yard line.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers now to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tunyon
from 13 yards out.
And the Packers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And so they run it in on the two-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for two. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
At the 11-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And able to find Allen Lazard. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
They'll throw on 1st down to Hurts. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd and 10,
Hurts. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield.
touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Eagles continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
On second and very short, Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
50 Bobcats, 50 Bobcats, 18-11, 18-11, Buffalo 18.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. 75 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. On play action, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 82 yards. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Crosby with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 15. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Smith will come in motion right. From the 29, Hurts. He's got him in, complete. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. Hurts will throw.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On play action, now Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
This is Smith with a grab. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
19.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Elliott good with a PAT, and a rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Rodgers to throw once more. He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And complete once again to Watson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run with Sanders. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he will step out of bounds, but not before he's all the way across the 50. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Go 3. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 18 Pioneers.
Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worth.
And now here is another interception. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick, and the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. In motion left is Watkins. On 1st down, Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Throwing is Hurts. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
He had no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty...
And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football back as time will run out. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
18 Rattler.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders. Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Gets past one man. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 86 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule? 4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you? No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one. Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Come back, team! Come back, team!
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play.
He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And he's got it. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point up and good by Crosby as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, you know, get to the wild card game. Check, got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there.